All right, here we are, guys. This is day 4. This lower section is ice cold. There is absolutely nothing going on down here. This rock set is as pretty as can be. Nothing going on. But I do smell skunk, so I'm sure we got some kind of fun times coming up on the top side of this pond. All right, we'll see. Here we are at that last set that I made last night with the chafe set. It looks like we had a deer step in a trap. Chains extended out, no fur, nothing in the trap jaws. So I'm just going to reset it and leave it sit where it is. We got old Pepe Le Pew over here at the post where the coyote was the other day, and I had a skunk pull out last night, so obviously I got to clean up all the non-target before I start getting to the good stuff. But don't be picking that tail up now. Nothing's going on with the O'Gorman, but we did get a little bit of action here on the bone set. I'm afraid that my dirt was a different color. The trap is not exposed, but they did pull around in it a little bit. So I don't know if it was just a clean miss or not, but I'm going to sprinkle a little more darker dirt on top of that mess. And I'm just going to leave everything. I'm going to take care of the skunk. I'm probably going to leave him too for now. And that's going to be it for day 4. So I'm not going to set no new traps. I'm just going to let things sit where they are. And we will go from there. See you tomorrow. All right, here we are, guys. It's day number 5 on that series where, you know, we try and see how many days we could put together without catching absolutely anything. I'm up here at the post on the top side, and it looks like I had a little bit of action going on this bone set, but the trap is not out of its bed, but it's set off. A little bit of scratchings going on. Something was in there for not very long, and it wasn't very big. But we got almost an inch of rain last night, so I'm really not sure what the heck's going on here. I'm going to get it remade as best I can in mud. All right, I'll show you what's going on here. I just want to tell you a little bit about what not to do and what you can do in these kind of muddy situations. So this here is a perfect example of what not to do. There is no way you will get a coyote or even a fox to step in that mess right there. So we are going to pull this trap, and I moved up the slope a little bit to right here, and I put in a blind set, so when it settles down it'll all look pretty natural. But there's just 2 little tiny spots. I got one little bit of yodel dog right here under this rock. Believe it or not, there's a little hole in here with some sheep's wool with some Minnesota red. I know you can't see it, but they can. They catch freaking mice in the middle of the night. Try that on your day off. So that's what we're going to do. I don't want them concentrating right in front of where the trap is. I'm going to leave it left or right. Over here where the dirt hole is, I already had so many skunk activity, I don't have to do anything, and I can't do anything with that kind of mud. So I'm just going to leave it just like that, and that in itself is an attractor. So we still have this O'Gorman right in here, still working. That will go off, and we have these 2. So they're just blind sets now, right in the middle of the trail that they're running up and down. And with all that stink that's going on here, we got a pretty good chance of picking one off. All right, I'm going to go down the bottom. We'll check the last 3 for today. All right, we're down here by the rock, and guess what we got? Looky there. Man, this place is loaded with skunks this year. I never caught this many skunks in probably all my trapping years. But I do have a camera here, and we are going to check the footage and see what's been going on before he got stunk the whole place up. All right, I'm going to take care of him and then keep moving on. I got good news and bad news. Today is the first official day of New York trapping season, and we are going to the woods and the mountains. We're going to play with the woods coyotes. Stay tuned. Okay, let's go play on the mountain. All right, guys, we're up on the mountain. We got a three-way road system here. Got one road going down through here that goes all the way up and around the creek, and we got one going straight down the mountain. So we are going to put a set right on this stump right here. It's a set that I've used before and caught many a fox here. They seem to run through this clearing almost all the time, so I will bring you back in after I get set up. Just a little tip here, instead of scraping your wax off, and you do have to scrape it off the dog and the notch in the pan, I use this little torch right here, and sometimes I'll just melt it away. Seems to keep the rust proof on a little bit better, and you don't want that notch and the dog rusting out on you. That's it. So about 20 feet from the stump that we set up on, I'll show you guys in a minute. Stump is right there on the corner. Came down the road here, and this little bit of a stump. Got some good sign right here. So I'm definitely going to put a post set in right here, and I'll show you what it looks like when I get it all set up. This is what we got for this T road set, crossroads. We got the camera right there on that tree. Here's the dirt hole in the stump. That's what that looks like there. And then maybe 20 steps away further down this road that goes down the ravine and back up is where we found that natural scent post set. And that's what that looks like right here. I like the leaves. You have to be careful when you use leaves though. If you use the big ones and it envelopes his foot, when the trap goes off, he has a chance of him slipping out. So you got to be careful. If you're going to use your leaves to cover your trap, you've got to use small ones. Alrighty, off to the next. Now this is going to be setup number 2 up in the mountains. I'm on this ridge. I use these roads just like all the critters do, just like anyone would. They only hop off when they see something they want to kill. But this is the famous stump set right here. Believe it or not, when I started trapping here, that thing was 2.5 feet high, but now it's barely a foot high. And then 20 feet away, right down here, I usually put a bone set or some kind of blind set in here. But on this trip, we're going to use this. This is what it looks like all the way around. Pretty high ridge, big drop off there. And I'll bring you in after I get them set up. Show you what we got. This is the stump set. I always set 2 traps here, one in the front and one towards the back. A lot of times you'll get them, they want to snoop around, but they don't want to commit to the hole. So I'll pick them off all the way back here, and that's a good 2.5 feet back from the hole. And that's pretty much it. Across the trail, I set myself up for later for a post set. So I put gland lure and urine there with no trap. So that'll be a post set for later. Down here, there's going to be the makeshift bird's nest fell out of the tree set, whatever that is. I blocked it off with a little twig so he wouldn't come in and pick it up and run away like they always do if they can. But this is pretty much it. I broke that big bird's nest in half because it was a little too big. They would shy away from something that big right off the bat. So you got a half a bird's nest in there, traps in front about 8 inches away, and we'll see what happens. Okay, I usually don't get off the rows when I'm trapping the mountains, but there is one spot where I've seen coyotes and fox run through. That's wide open area, oak trees. So we're gonna set up one set there, and that's gonna be it for today, day 5. Just a quick stop. Looks like there's some future venison going on here. Dead tree all tore up. He's got himself a nice scrape opened up. Keep that in mind. Keep my mind, that spot that I had picked out turned out to only be like 100 yards from that double set that I made with the stump and the post set. So I'm down here in the bottom. Creek's over there about 150 yards, but this is really heavy brush all in here, and just about everything likes to run up and down this trail. So I have a set here that I use as a test set for all my baits. So I'm going to set this up. I'm going to put one trap in the front as you normally would, and I'm putting one in the back because they always stand on the back side before they come around the front. Alrighty, I'll bring you back when I get it all set up. Alright guys, they're all set up. This is what we got for the dirt hole in the front. Like I said, this is my test bait dirt hole, so I know they're always here. I get them on camera all the time. Nice big male in here I like to pick off. It's worth getting mounted. And then for the back door, I have a set back here just in case he doesn't want to go in the front. We'll blind set him on the back of that hole. Also got a box trap set up because there's a big fat possum that would mess everything up if I get him in here, so hopefully I'll get him in the box trap first. Okay, that is going to be it for day 5. I'll see you tomorrow. This is a rock with a hole in the ground. Nothing going on here, and you can see what happened. I made myself a little bait pool. So there won't be no remakes today. This is day number 6. I'm just doing checking all the traps, and I want to go home and watch some trapping YouTube videos like you guys are doing. All right, got a couple more to check on top. That's gonna be it. That's going to be it for day 6, guys. It's cold and rainy. Everything's pretty much flooded out, so we won't be doing anything today, but just checking trash, making sure nothing's sitting in the rain. Other than that, we'll start back up again tomorrow. Thank you.